With you today, and we're going to dive right in. So welcome everyone. My name is Rachel Garcia. I'm going to be sharing some information with you today that I know that it can be life-changing for you and your family. I don't know if it's for you or not, but I know that it has the potential to be for you. And so I first found out about this in 2008. At the time, I was working full-time as a physician assistant, practicing medicine. I saw approximately 50 to 60 patients a day. I was writing 200 prescriptions a day. The days I wasn't seeing patients, I was in the operating room, cutting cancers out, sewing people up. My husband and I had just started two businesses in the previous 12 months, a construction company, as well as a skincare retail store with a literal brick and mortar location. We had employees, taxes, paperwork, massive amounts of overhead for these two businesses. And we both still worked our full-time jobs and had a 9-month-old and a 3-year-old. I'm exhausted just talking about it. My boys were being taken care of by a nanny while I worked full time, and they were calling her mom, and it was driving me bananas. So thus the what can we do? What businesses can we start? And I made great money as a PA, but if I stopped working as a PA, the money stopped. And so that's why I was looking outside of what I was doing, trading my hours for dollars for something additional. And that's when my brothers called me and said, hey, we've got a business we want you to take a look at. Little did they know, I was overwhelmed and stressed at the end of my line with these other two businesses that we had just started. And I really didn't want to take a look because of my lack of time, but I agreed because they're my brothers and I love them. And I'm guessing you're watching because somebody you believe, like, and trust asked you to take a look. And so once I looked, I was immediately intrigued. And I will tell you why I was intrigued in just a minute, but I will tell you that within 24 hours, I jumped right in. The changes in our lives over the next week caused me to be very intrigued to the power of the business that we have. Over the next year, we made over 6 figures in this business. Now, I don't know what you're going to do. Most people don't do that, but the results that we saw were so significant in the first couple of months of getting started that I felt ethically obligated. Like, I have to share this, because I went to school to change people's lives and I have to share this. And because I was so consistent with it, the checks just started to come in. And at first they were little checks, like, $400, $82, $175, nothing very exciting. And then they began to grow exponentially. Have you ever seen the chart of what happens to a penny when it doubles every day for 30 days? It's really quite powerful how quickly it can grow. And that's what really started to happen with this. And I had no idea that by putting just a small amount of time into something every single day would result in what it resulted in. Before I knew it, it matched what I made as a full-time PA and one of the highest paid specialties a PA can work in. And then it surpassed my income with very small amounts of consistent effort. So as I began to share with you a little bit of information about this company, I want to ask you, what are you spending 30 minutes a day on right now? 5 days a week, not even 7, just 5 days a week, that if you do it consistently, will pay you weekly checks for decades to come. See, this is something I can actually will to my children or sell as an asset. I hope that you're intrigued and you're going to listen closely to what I'm sharing with you today, because whoever invited you, they saw a presentation very similar to this, decided to get involved, and likely they're sharing it with you because they were impacted in a similar way to how I was impacted. The name of the company I'm sharing with you is PURE. It stands for People United Reaching Everyone. And I believe everyone deserves to know about this company and have this information. So I was first intrigued by one of the two things that most people are attracted to this business model for. I was attracted to the health aspect of it. My nephew had been diagnosed with severe autism in 2008, and I was doing an extensive amount of research to find out why he had it. Why did the doctor say he would never speak? How did he get it? Is it genetic? Is it vaccinations? What happened? And so I'm reading and studying and doing all this research. And as a physician assistant, I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences. So I wasn't Googling, you guys. I was researching and reading studies and reading books that the whole back of the book is published studies on the importance of health and nutrition. And I became convinced that nutrition was really important. Now, I had not been taught about nutrition in medical school. I was taught about pharmacologic medications, which is why I was writing 200 of them a day in 2008. So this was like a whole new world for me. But it was my nephew. And so I felt compelled to find out more about the autism and why he had it. And so we started a garden, we were juicing, I was going to the supplement store, I'm literally researching the back of the bottle of everything, find the best of the best, spending a lot of money because I had figured out from all the published studies and books that I've read, nutrition is important. And I was trying my very best. And when I saw this, the health aspect, how it started, really caught my attention. And I recognized truth immediately. I mean, when you're researching as much as I'm researching, you recognize something that's true immediately. And that's why I got involved. Within the next 3 months, massive things happened in our family. I mean, my son's constipation issues resolved, my sleep issues resolved. I lost 32 pounds without trying. My husband's extreme depression and anger issues were gone. But my nephew started speaking. He was totally nonverbal prior to this. And that was the clincher for me. That was when I began to feel this, I have to share it kind of thing. Now, another group of people are attracted to the income. And my brothers thought I would be attracted to the income because I was like, grasping at straws, starting every business you can imagine. It felt like we invested $100,000 in those businesses in 2008. The investment in this was less than the overhead for our businesses. And so for me, it wasn't really an investment. It was something I was already doing. And then it became this monster moneymaker. Again, doesn't happen for everyone. My secret to success is I was extremely consistent because of how compelled I felt to share this. I was really, really interested in the way that it started. It started in a clinical practice. For 30 years, they taught this philosophy of you have to cleanse your body of the toxins we've been consuming our whole lives, balance out your pH, your hormone levels, your exercise, and your sleep with whole raw food nutrition, building your cells up with whole raw food nutrition. This comes from the oldest book of wisdom, guys, Genesis 1:29. Again, I recognized truth immediately. And I knew they'd used it in a clinical practice for 30 years. I said, I can't out-research to me. It's going to simplify my life. Instead of buying 9 different brands of supplements from 8 different places, I'm it. Give me everything they have. And that's what happened. They had such great results with this in this clinic. Over 30 years, they had a 3-year waiting list for people to get in. And it was spread by word of mouth. They said, we're just going to spread it by word of mouth. We're going to pay anybody who tells people about this system a commission for them opening their mouth and sharing it. And could have hired a marketing team to make sure that when somebody Googles health and nutrition, it pops up to the top. They could have paid for shelf space at Whole Foods, given more money to Jeff Bezos. They could have done that. They chose to do it this way. And I'm so very thankful they did because I honestly don't know that I would have found it. There's 87 different kinds of products at Whole Foods. Okay, so I don't know that I would have found it. I'm here because someone that I love said, you have to look at this. So I joined for the ease of it. It was like all the health and nutrition answers, the best of the best in health and nutrition with the click of a button. They offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. What I was purchasing at the health food store did not offer that to me. So I joined for the ease. Okay, no more doing my research. They've done it. I'm in. I get it all from one place, more affordable than what I was already purchasing. But I stayed for the real results. We saw results in our household in the first 30 days. My nephew saw it in the first 3 months. It is life-changing what happens when your health and your body starts to work the way it's supposed to work. Now, I'm going to change gears for a moment, and I want you to think about something. If somebody said to you, I'm going to give you 10 to 50% of every sale that you get for Amazon for the rest of your life, meaning you recommend somebody gets an Amazon membership, they get a membership, and whatever they purchase forever, you're going to get 10 to 50% back on the purchase of that sale. And if they recommend their sister or their husband or their neighbor, then you're going to get a percentage of those sales as well. Is that something you would be interested in? I think most of us are Amazon subscribers already, right? We already have memberships to it. Many of us have memberships to Costco. I believe everyone needs to have a membership with Pure. I know many, many people that are really into health and nutrition, and they're buying multiple different brands from multiple different companies, and it's very expensive. And then I know lots of people who aren't into health and nutrition, and they know it. They feel bad about it. They're buying the gummy vitamins, but they're also not doing well with what they're consuming, and they know they should do better. They know it's probably going to bite them in the butt at some point, but it's overwhelming and too hard to think about. These two separate groups of people love what we have because it's easy and it's real. If everyone around the world needs to know about Pure, and you tell a small portion of that group about it and get a commission just by recommending it to people that you know, think of how that could pay you for the rest of your life. Cleanse, balance, build is the secret here. This is the centuries old philosophy that drew me in. We have a wellness advisory panel made up of medical doctors, as well as many products in the physician's desk reference. I just got off the phone with Dr. Lola Adebanjo. She and her husband have been in medicine for many, many years. They have 2 clinics where they live in Memphis. And she said, we are working more than we have ever worked. We barely get a break. He said, we see this as a way to not only help people as we've done our whole careers, but a way to enjoy life again. I've traveled with these 2 to Italy and Hawaii because they're telling their patients, they're telling people about Pure. And the company's way of saying, thank you, Dr. Adebanjo, we're gonna pay for your trip to Italy to stay in a 5-star resort. So they, for the first time in decades, have been able to travel together and enjoy each other and remember that they love traveling while they've been caught up in this work life that is sucking them dry. What makes Pure different? Yes, there's a lot of companies out there, you guys. And unfortunately, a lot of the companies don't have good names. They're selling subpar products. They don't make it. Those companies that are no good don't make it past the 5-year mark. I mean, in the entire world, less than 5% of small businesses make it past the 5-year mark. We're 15 years old. Okay, so we're a little different in that sense. Yet nobody really knows about us in the US. We are huge in Korea and Thailand. But in the US, not a lot of people know about it. It's not too popular, by the way, to talk about how food can get your body working the way it's supposed to work. It's not a popular discussion. So we're not allowed to go mainstream and talk about those benefits. What makes us different is we're for everyone. If you're going to start a business, you guys, you want to make sure it's for the largest percentage of the demographic as it possibly can be. Not just the women, not just the children, not just the men, not just the runners. This is for everyone. Everybody who has a body, every man, woman, child, their parents, their grandparents, even the dogs and the cats with their hip issues and their skin issues and the tumors that they have. This is for everybody. It's a consumable product. That's smart. I have friends who sell bags. I have friends who sell Pampered Chef baking stones. Bought one Pampered Chef baking stone 20 years ago. I'll never buy another one unless it breaks, right? That's not a good business. You want something people will buy over and over and over and over again. I used to sell expensive skincare. Okay, that's just for the women who are interested in spending over $100 a month on their skin. Small demographic. And when the economy crashes, guess what's the first thing to go? Things that are elective. Not a great business model. I was young. I didn't know what to look for. Now I know. Now I know. What really makes us stand out is we're the best of the best. You can tell when you take our products and you can tell when you don't. If you're currently supplementing and you don't pack your supplements when you go away for a week, you cannot tell when you don't take them. You probably should really be looking at what we have. If you're paying money for supplementation, you should notice when you take it and notice when you don't. Why do so many doctors work with us? Because we see the lab results. My goal is now to help as many people as I possibly can create the lives they've dreamed of. After getting off the phone with Dr. Lola and hearing her excitement about, they've been involved with the company, I think 4 years now, hearing her excitement about the future, because she knows how few people know this. She knows the impact it has on people's lives, and she knows the freedom that they are getting from Pure. That is what excites me. That is why I am live twice a day, Monday through Thursday, and live once on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that more people can hear this message. This business model is touted as one of the best in the world, definitely one of the best to get started in as a first-time entrepreneur. Multiple serial entrepreneurs, which I would say I am, find and stumble into this business as I did and learn later that it's the best business we have. We're into real estate, my husband and I. We were able to get into real estate investing because of the income we make with Pure. Prior to Pure, we would not have had the income to buy a lot, build a house, and then definitely wouldn't have had the time to run the Airbnb service that we're doing now. Now I have the free time to do that, and we had the money to invest in that. See, the small startup cost with Pure made me think it wasn't a real business. The most you can spend here was less than my monthly overhead for my skincare store. It is wise to have a small business. Richard Branson says that for the write-off benefits. Do you have a small business? This could be the one that you start that changes your world forever. The ability to leverage your time is the other other reason these guys say this is great. So somebody invited you to this. Maybe they invited 20 people to this. They're working their full-time job today, and I'm working for them. I'm staying on afterwards to answer questions for them. If you decide to enroll today, you are going to enroll on their team. They will get a commission for the order that you place. All they did was invite you. And so that is leveraging your time. Then if you tell someone, I will work with you to teach you, I literally send you a training via your phone that you can do this in 30 minutes a day. 3 days in, you start inviting, you start enrolling people, you start getting checks. Your friend who told you is also getting checks over Thanksgiving weekend while they're doing nothing. What are you doing right now that if you spend 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, you will get checks for decades to come? I believe the majority of the health issues we face as a human race are the result of these 3 things. We're toxic. We're drinking out of plastic water bottles. We're putting food in Tupperware containers and nuking it in the microwave. The microparticles of plastic in our bloodstream from the herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, larvicides, and saran wrap that we're consuming has shot up in the last 20 years, as has the cancer rate. We are literally being poisoned. We're sitting in front of the phones and the TVs too much. We're not moving enough. We're not getting enough sleep. And we're extremely acidic because we're pouring acidity into our body in the form of meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, bread. If you're putting more plants in your body, these 2 books explain that, then you are meat, dairy, sugar, soda, coffee, and bread. You're helping your body to be at the pH that it's supposed to be at. See, I believe we all have cancer cells in our body. Question is, are you feeding them or are you starving them? We teach you how to starve them. We teach you how, instead of pouring packaged, processed, pasteurized foods in that are not feeding your body, in 30 seconds in the morning, you can get more nutrition than the average person gets in a week. Whatever's in the genetic pipeline, guys, it's coming down the pipeline towards you. What did your parents struggle with? It's probably going to hit you faster because of the environment you live in, the lack of movement, the lack of nutrition, and the poison. It's going to hit your kids even faster. Do you want that for your kids? No. I'm going to show you how to get more nutrition in them in 30 seconds than their whole class gets in a week. Studies have shown for well over a decade now, we are not getting the same nutrition from our food that our grandparents got. We're just not. And the reason we have an obesity pandemic is because we're literally starving. We could eat the same food that they ate in 1960 and we wouldn't touch the amount of nutrition that they were getting. Cleanse, balance, build is the answer. Again, I recognize this message is truth when I first looked at it. This company offers a lot of products and they are all awesome. In fact, in my house, we use almost all of them every day. We use their sports line. We use their superfruits. We use their immune boosters. I'm currently doing the metabolic reset, which turns your metabolism into a fat burning machine. But the metabolic reset incorporates all of these 7 products. This is our starter pack. You can pick and choose. And over the 15 years I've been doing this, people do pick and choose. And then 2 weeks later, like, I don't feel anything. I don't like that. And I'm sure they don't like that. Like if you spend money on something, if you walk through Whole Foods and buy something, you're doing it because you're hoping for a result. You're hoping to be able to do something. There's going to be a result. 93 out of 100 people who purchase this starter package repurchase. Why do they repurchase? In fact, I got someone yesterday saying, I'm out of Noni and I'm out of Metabolic Max. Can I come by and get some? I'm not calling them and saying, do you need more? They're coming to me and saying, I'm out and I'm freaking out. Can I come pick some up? Okay, I'm not a store. I don't sell things out of my house. I just happen to have a family of 4. And so yes, we had extra and they're replacing what I gave them with what they have coming in this week. What else out there creates that kind of, I'm out. What am I going to do? This. It works. That's why people repurchase. So this starter package includes a cleanse that cleanses the 7 channels you eliminate through your lungs, liver, skin, lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines. The most comprehensive multivitamin you will ever find on the planet. Argoian is a 5,000-year-old Asian formulation of superfruits that are calming. If you struggle with anxiety, if you struggle with depression, if you struggle with hot flashes, if you struggle with mood, might be your best friend. The best source of plant-based omega-3s. Omega-3s have been shown in clinical studies to prevent or reverse almost every disease we face. You name it, it's been shown in clinical studies. You need them every day. We don't make them. Less than 10% of Americans are getting the amount of omega-3s they need every day. You can mix this in anything. High amounts of fiber that cleanse out the intestinal tract, or plant-based calcium, not acidic, calcium from cows, plant-based calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, vitamin K, sulfur that decreases inflammation. What are you struggling with? Is it reflux? Is it migraines? Is it headaches? Is it shoulder pain? Is your hair thinning? Those are signs that you need a servicing. We take our cars in for servicing, right? Every 5 to 10,000 miles, there's signs that there's things going off. We want it to last 200,000 miles, so we take it in for a servicing. We change cars multiple times throughout our life. We change houses multiple times throughout our life, but this is our home. We live in this body our whole lives and we only get one. Doesn't it make sense to give it a servicing? So think of our starter package as a servicing. If you're on prescription medications or you're over 40, you really need to look at the Core Complete package. That includes the Core Plus and all of these wildly harvested superfruits. And clearly, somebody called me yesterday saying, I need noni. They work. In the first 30 days, the average person sees better sleep, more energy, less pain, better bowels, better mood, and weight loss. Enough to make people go, oh, this is interesting. Like, I think I'm feeling something. Oh yeah, they feel something. Okay, but so the average person starts with our servicing pack, our starter package, and then they buy 3 to 4 products going forward. Okay, if you're not supplementing right now, I will tell you as a healthcare provider, you need to be supplementing. You need to be putting nutrition in your body. If you're going to spend money, this is the place where you should spend money, not our phones, not our cars, not our shoes. It will bite you in the butt at some point if you are not taking care of it. This is the best of the best. It's simple. My boys have been taking it every day since they were toddlers. We do smoothies, we do shots, we put it in muffins, we put it in French toast. We get it in their bodies every single day because I know it is my responsibility as a mother to make sure they get good nutrition. By the time they're 16, I've learned they start eating whatever they want, but they're getting this every day. When my oldest leaves the house next year, we'll see. He's going to get an auto shipment of these products to his dorm room every single year, every single month. If he doesn't consume them, we see the difference. So my boys now know after all of these years how important consuming these products every day are. PureLifeChangers.com has a lot of information on the products, doctors educating on the products, testimonies. Check it out. You also are probably watching this on Changing Lives with Pure right now. You can use the search box, the magnifying glass, to type in whatever ailment you're struggling with. Don't take my word for it. We have over 10,000 members on here who are posting daily. Go listen, go look at what they've posted and see if it's enough for you to say, I'm interested. You see, if you go on Amazon looking for calcium, you're going to pull up hundreds of different kinds of calcium. How do you choose? Like the green one with the leaf? No, you're probably going to go read reviews. That's what we're giving to you here. So I have a testimony for you guys today. My friend Janelle got started in this company, I guess a couple of months ago, and she has had some tremendous results. And so I love to always share so that you know, I could actually do these testimonies for hours nonstop, but we only have so much time in a day. So Janelle's going to share with you how her family has been impacted by this amazing company. Hey, Janelle, thanks for taking time out.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited to chat with you and just tell you a little bit about what happened to our family in the last couple of months. It's been amazing. I live in Denver. I've been married for over almost 30 years. I have 3 kids, adult kids. I work for a nonprofit called Love Justice International, and we fight human trafficking in over 30 countries. We care for orphan and abandoned kids. And so it's very, very busy. And I also just am so drawn into the idea of helping these vulnerable people around the world. So to go back to my childhood, I grew up gardening in South Dakota. And since I've been married, my husband and I have always worked towards seeking natural solutions. Especially the past 10 years, we've really been looking at Chinese medicine and acupuncture and buying supplements after supplements. So in July, a lifelong friend invited me to a Pure event. And I was like, okay, I love her. I go. But I soon realized how different the company was, and not just the products, but the business. I think I started with a core package, but within a week, I bought the family pack. And so within 2 weeks, I had chronic pain in my jaw and my head and my face. I'd be on Zoom calls all day long with people around the world. Then at the end of the day, my whole entire head and face would just ache. It was totally gone. 35 years of pain gone within 2 weeks. So I started sharing it. I shared it with my 80-year-old dad who's had chronic back pain. That was in September. I was at his retirement party last weekend, and he was standing up for almost 4 hours talking with people who then came over to me and said, we noticed your dad's like standing. And so we asked him and he said, go talk to Janelle about what she gave me. Two of them are now IBOs on our team. So we also attended Aspire. I think before Aspire, we didn't really know like how to build the company. We didn't really have the tools that we needed, but hearing all the testimonies, meeting the leaders, getting the coupons, to be honest, that's been a real driver. I'm excited about that. And then just working with Rachel to build specific plans so that our team could take off, which kind of happened this last week. So yeah, we are so excited about what's to come. And I think the bottom line is that we have seen so much difference in our own health. My husband has struggled with anxiety and sort of just in the middle of the day being overwhelmed by all of the things life brings. And his mood has changed so much. And he is sharing that and telling that to all kinds of people. We're building our team of friends that we want to work with. We're so excited for what's ahead. And can't wait to see what's next.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you made your investment back already, correct?
Oh, for sure. More than that.
Much more than your investment back,
Mhm.
right? Now we're in the positive cash flow and you can't hold yourself back from sharing it. I know. So thank you so much, Janelle, for taking time out to share with everyone else. And as I said, you guys, I could go on and on and on with testimonies, and we literally have hours of them on purelifechangers.com. So if you're interested in hearing more testimonies, get on purelifechangers.com or this website, Changing Lives with Pure. Literally, Pure is the best of health and nutrition online in an e-commerce site. E-commerce is the future. I mean, there are very few people who still have retail stores because they can't handle the competition of competing with online shopping. So this is online shopping, all from one location, mixed with the $1 trillion industry of the future. Now, I watched health and wellness becoming the $1 trillion industry of the future for the last 10 years. You guys, it's here. Everyone knows they should be supplementing. Everyone knows they don't want to be on 5 prescriptions at the age of 50, which is the average in the United States of America. They're looking for answers. Whoever invited you likely has a very big reason why they're sharing this with you. Them, what their experience is. Right now, you can go shopping at livepure.com. You guys go, throw the family package in. If there's more than 4 of you in the family, throw the family package in. Throw the Reset Plus in. That is my favorite Reset Your Metabolism program. It includes all of the starter package products, plus some fat burners and metabolism burners, boosters, the shake that you need for your snacks. You're eating every 3 hours. You eat a ton. And if you're looking for a transformation, we're about to send a challenge that's going to start January 2nd. Throw it in your pack, go to checkout. Don't pay retail. Choose to join as a customer at the very least. You're going to get 25% off, and it'll ask you at checkout who invited you. Okay, so that's fantastic. But if you have been listening to us today and you're thinking, I know people that need to hear this, or you're worried about the price of the starter package, you're clinching like, oh, I don't know, I'm worried about whatever that number is going to be. Just get to the price. I'm worried about it. Or you are a huge fan of multiple streams of income and you're always looking. Okay. You need to listen to the independent business owner portion of this. It's $49 to get started as an independent business owner, and that's waived if you come in with one of our business packages. This made me think it wasn't a real business. So I began to share it. Like you hear Janelle, you know, she's telling you about her jaw and her dad, and how can you not share that information, right? So now people are wanting to purchase and buy, and she's starting to build this team of people. Well, first people usually start talking about the products and you get a few customers. And this is what happened with me. Like I started getting these customers and I had 10 customers and I'm making a couple $100. It's not life-changing income for me. Okay. Then I had 20 customers making $1,000 a month. And I'm like, okay, it's still not life-changing, but whatever. But then what happens is the customers start to share it and they then become business builders. And then the checks got very interesting. I mean, now I have teams all over the world. People are ordering products while I'm sleeping. People are watching videos all times of day and ordering products while we're sleeping. So let me let you think about it like vending machines. When I used to be in the OR all day on Fridays, missing my kids' field trips, thinking, how am I ever going to get home with my kids? Oh, maybe I should have vending machines on the side of the road. And every time somebody buys a Pepsi, I make 50 cents. Well, instead of that, we're giving life. And every time somebody purchases products from me or my websites, I make a little bit of money. But let's say that Janelle invited 20 people on today and that Bob, the president, is like, I'm in. You guys are awesome. I know what you're doing. I mean, nobody in South Dakota and Colorado knows about this. I'm in. I want to join. I don't have time right now, but I'm in. Bob joins, he goes to work tomorrow because he has to work on Thanksgiving with whatever his job is. But then Janelle and Darren have invited other people to this. They only have 2 teams they're building. So they're going to put Kristen over on the other side. And then Beth says, I'm in. So they put Beth on Bob's team. Now then Beth takes off and Beth puts in Leah and Brenda, and they're all ordering products, guys. And Bob's getting these emails. Brenda, join your team. Leah, join your team. Beth, join your team. He's like, Janelle, who are these people and why are they joining my team? I'm not even doing anything. I'm working full time. You see, they only have 2 places to build. And what happens is every time Beth, Leah, Brenda, and anybody else underneath them orders products, it goes into a savings account for Bob that Bob can cash in on once he begins to share this with others. He can start sharing next week. He can start sharing a year from now. As soon as he gets started, we send him all the training on his phone. He can watch and get going 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. So you enroll for $49 to be a business builder. Military and students get that waived. And the business packs I'm about to talk about have that waived as well. Monthly overhead, laughable. You should be spending $150 a month on your health. You should be. If you're not, it's going to bite you in the butt someday. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's true. Okay. You don't have to buy 150. You don't have to do anything here. But if you have customers ordering $150 worth of products a month, then that covers your monthly overhead. I cannot imagine not ordering my products every month. So I recommend you go ahead and start this, set up the smart ship. It won't go through for 28 days. You'll get an email 2 days before your smart ship's about to go through. You can edit it. You can cancel it with the click of a button. But if there's a 93% chance you're going to repurchase, why not just set it up? This, by the way, the frequent flyer program, their smart ship program, is what makes it more affordable for me than the other stuff I was buying. I get 20% back in free products every time I place an order through that monthly auto ship. And then you go place your first order, and you can start wherever you want to. Okay. Wherever you want to. Family package is what I really want to encourage you to look at. I got started with the family package. I had no intention of doing the business or sharing with anybody, but I had a family of 4 and my sister and my nephew. If I'd started with a starter pack, I would not have shared. I wouldn't have. And I'm here today because of my husband's results, my son's results, and my nephew who started speaking. So don't think of this as going to Whole Foods and buying $2,500 worth of products. It's actually $4,000 worth of products. Think of this as the cheapest business you've ever started. I didn't see it as a business. My CPA said, what's that bill right there? And I said, oh, it's just some food we bought. He said, I think we can write that off. I think it's a business. I'm like, oh, no, it's not a business. It's too cheap to be a business. He looks at everything. He says, this might be the best business you've ever started. Now we laugh about that conversation. He was totally right. Your $49 fee is waived with this. Your shipping is waived with this. It puts you in my VIP mentoring program. Of course, you're also going to get the training, and it allows you to earn the leadership trips that my husband and I put on twice a year. Nothing to lose. 30-day satisfaction guarantee. As Janelle mentioned, we have a 20% off coupon for you to use if you're looking at that larger package. And then if you come in with it, you get 4 of these to give to the people you're sharing this with. My other business package that I love doesn't put you in the VIP program, but it's $14.99. You'll get 20% off. That'll drop it down to $1,200. You need to ask for one of these coupons. There's $500 of free product in there, the free membership fee, free shipping, and a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So great starting point as well. And I would recommend you stretch yourself. You get 4 of these as well to share with others. So you can start with the Core Plus, the Immune Pack. You can start anywhere you want to. But my recommendation is stretch yourself. Look for testimonies in your household. Then you will know that you have what you have. And again, you can write the whole thing off. What else are you doing 30 minutes a day right now that can pay you weekly for decades to come? See, Janelle and Darren have enrolled 4 people with the exact same package that they came in with, and they made their money back, right? They've enrolled more than 4 people. Their team is growing. As she said, they've made more than their investment back. Now everything going forward is positive cash flow for them. So livecare.com. Throw your package into the cart. The family package is my favorite. It's definitely where I would recommend you get started if you're looking at the business or you have a family of 4 or more. And I will say there's no cap to what you can make, guys. Wherever you are right now, there's probably a cap. If you're in real estate, there's a cap. As my brother says, if you're in real estate, you're not selling houses, you're not making money. Here, weekly checks. Do exactly what we do. I don't know how coachable you are. I don't know who you know. I don't know if you can follow the system that we have. I don't know if you're going to be consistent with your 30 minutes a day. But my goodness, guys, anything can happen. This is a group of over 50 people. We helped earn the trip to Sorrento, Italy last year. All 50 of us in front of the most expensive hotel on the coast. And our company booked it out for us and took us there. There's Dr. Little and her husband in the bottom. The next trip is to Greece. Do you like to travel? You guys, I can help you earn a trip to Greece for free. I can. if you plug in with us. I would highly recommend the family package. I love the lives that I get to change. I watched Kristen go from working half of the year outside of her house to being home with her kids the last 4 years. Life-changing time freedom is what was given to them. Josh and Ashley have started an entire real estate business because of the money they've made with Pure. They were in debt before Pure, couldn't fix a hole in their roof. They made their money with Pure, they paid all that off, and then they started investing in real estate. They now have 12 passive income real estate properties. David and Lindley, David was excited about paying off a truck 4 years ago. I'm going to have an extra $500 a month. That is simple to do here. I don't know who you know. I don't know how coachable you'll be. I don't know if you'll do this 30 minutes a day. Some people do it 3 hours a day because they know there's no cap. I'm going to be with Will and Susan in Montana next week. I didn't know them, just like I didn't know Janelle. I told someone who told someone who told someone who told someone who told someone. And Will and Susan are literally Montana. Anybody in Montana that knows about it is a result of them. They've been to Bora Bora, Hawaii, and Italy with me on our company's trips, and I'm going out there to work with them next week as well. If you're looking at health improvement, you guys, the stories, I could go on and on and on. Depression, anxiety, weight loss, rheumatoid arthritis, pain reduction, hemoglobin A1C improvement with type 2 diabetes and type 1 diabetes. Crazy stories. Starter package, my favorite one, is $414. It's just over $10 a day. It's your starter pack. It's your servicing for your body. Going forward, you pick your 3 to 4 typically that you love. A little cheaper is the Core Plus. It doesn't have the super fruits, but it's still a good starting point. Less than $10 a day. Your body and you deserve it. Okay. This is about as expensive as a massage at a 5-star hotel. Okay. An hour-long massage or a 30-day restart servicing for your body. Treat yourself right. Reset Plus is for 2 people to do the 6-week reset metabolism reset program. It's got the Core Complete, the fat burners, all the good stuff in there. So this challenge is starting January 2nd. So go ahead and get started on it, and you can do the Core Complete for the first month and then jump in with us with the reset challenge. Okay. Lastly, livepure.com, guys. Go throw what you need in the cart. Go check out, choose to be an IBO or a preferred customer, and type in the name of the person who invited you. I will lastly say, if you don't change, nothing changes. If there's something I've said today that has caught your attention, please stay on, get your questions answered. I'm on Zoom right now. I'm also on a number of different channels. I'm on YouTube and Facebook. If you have a question, type your question in below and I'll be happy to answer it. If not, you can comment and I will come back to it later and answer your questions. You can also email me, Rachel, R-A-C-H-E-L, at purelifechangers.com. Right now it is noon on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. I'm going to be doing this again at 8 p.m. tonight, and then again at noon on Thanksgiving, and then again at 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving. Why? Because people need to know what we have. And I want it to be so easy for you that all you have to do is say, Teresa, I have found something. You need to look at it. I don't know if it's for you, but it seems amazing. Like, look at it. Can you get on tonight at 8? I'm going to send you the link. That's how easy it is to invite. Okay. Don't need to know what's in the Mila and the daily build. You just need to invite people to look, and then they will go do the research on their own to figure out if this is for them or not. We're here to answer any questions you guys have. God bless. And I hope I get to work with you